Hey friends, Sleepy here and welcome to a brand new video. This is a special video that I'm filming for one of my good friends here on YouTube, Nick. Now his YouTube channel is called Nicktwolf Discusses. Really good dude, highly recommend you guys check out his channel and enjoy his videos. We have been friends for many years and he's been a big supporter of my channel for a long time. He films video responses to a lot of my community questions and discussion topics. He's probably the one person who has filmed the most of those, and he has left a lot of wonderful comments on my channel, and I really appreciate that, Nick. In his most recent video response that he made to my community question 38, he actually asked me a question at the end of that video, and his question was asking me if I ever feel burnout from YouTube. So like, watching YouTube videos, do I get burned out from that? And do I ever get burned out from creating videos for my YouTube channel? And so I wanted to answer this question for him. I thought it'd be a great topic to discuss and to answer for him. So Nick's a really good dude. I will have a link to his channel down below in the description, so make sure you guys check out his channel. He's a great dude, has really good videos, and has a passion for gaming and other collectibles and stuff, and just a really down-to-earth guy, and I really enjoy interacting with him here on YouTube. So you got two parts to this question. So the first part that I'll answer is, do I ever feel burnout from YouTube itself, like just, using the platform, watching videos and stuff? Personally, I haven't really ever felt a burnout from watching videos here on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a long time, and even before I had my YouTube channel, I created it just like for me to be able to subscribe to some of my favorite content creators at the time. But I have never, like in my time of being here on YouTube, I've never actually been burnt out from it and didn't want to watch videos on it. As before I made videos, I would just watch YouTube for the random videos that were out there. There were some cat videos that were kind of cool. YouTube was just kind of taking off at that time. And there was all kinds of just unique videos out there that I was enjoy watching. But really intrigued me, though, was I started finding people here on the platform who are into video games like me. Because here locally, most of my local friends and stuff, like video games, but they mostly wanted to play the new stuff. They weren't into playing the old stuff like I was into. Everyone's kind of like, that's garbage stuff. It's not like today, where everybody is into like playing old games. At that time, everybody wanted to play the newest and greatest consoles at that time. Who wants to play the old stuff? So I didn't have a lot of people who were interested in the same stuff I was, but I started seeing these channels of people, just ordinary people, run-of-the-mill Joe, average guys and girls, just making videos about things they love and talking about these old video games. And it was really cool. I was starting to connect with people. They're like, wow, that's cool. These people like Super Nintendo like I did. They like the Mario. They like GameCube. Wow, I didn't think there was that many people who really liked these old video games like I do. And I started, connecting with more people. And it was cool seeing pickup videos. People were talking about the stuff they were finding. Because I was doing this stuff, going out hunting at yard sales and flea markets and the thrift stores, and it was just cool seeing the stuff you could find out there. It was really cheap, prices were amazing. You're getting stuff for next to nothing because there was not a whole lot of competition, so there was a lot of supply, very low demand, so prices were really cheap then. And that's how I was able to build up my collection, and I've documented that here on YouTube since the beginning of my channel. If you've been with my channel for that long, you've seen how my collection has really grown over the years. But, I use YouTube because it was just fun community, and it was also fun being able to watch the various videos. But I started, seeing a lot of these different content creators and the stuff they were finding. It was also cool seeing some people who had started out doing like game hunting videos, which there wasn't a whole lot at the time. Like the game chasers had started doing stuff like that, which I've enjoyed their videos. But it was cool seeing people going out and filming the stuff they were finding. And so it did start bringing more people into the hobby, which was a great thing, get more people excited for it. And so I really enjoyed it. And then it inspired me to eventually create my own videos talking about the stuff I was finding and the games I was playing, and checking out collection videos was cool to see what kind of games people had. And you'd see and be like, oh cool, I didn't know that game existed, oh that's awesome. And oh, someone's telling you should play this game. And then I also enjoyed like seeing room tours where you got to see people have their collection set up, because you know, the early 2000s, there wasn't videos out there really of like collections like today where there's tons of game room tours and stuff out there. And it was really early days, so there wasn't a whole lot of people who had game collections set up. You know, you kind of just had games you played, but it was really cool seeing some of these setups and collections. Like Vinny Blacklodge, one of the earliest channels I subbed to, where he had on display his big NES collection, and he was talking about his love for and going out and collecting for, and the Nintendo 64 and stuff. So I had a lot of fun in the early days of YouTube, connecting with these various content creators, and just finally, you know, being able to be part of a community of people who share my passion and love for it. You know, this is before, you know, where YouTube became people's jobs and stuff that is like today and all about making money. You know, at that time was just your average Joe making videos about something they loved, and you could tell in their videos that they were genuine about it. And that's what I really loved about it. I also loved like seeing gameplay trailers, videos from E3 were on there. You know, it was cool to get like behind the scenes info of game development as well. You know, I loved those. You know, it's cool you could see these different segments about video game development from developers that were posting their videos on YouTube. And it was cool seeing behind the scenes stuff, you know, E3, you know, because you could never attend it, and you know, you would see it on TV and stuff sometimes on like the G4 channel. But it was cool, like people were documenting going to E3 themselves with a video, and like, you know, I got to go and check out these games, and it was cool just to see the stuff. And then even Microsoft and them and Sony and Nintendo and stuff started releasing their own videos on YouTube, you know, talking about their new games coming out. Was really cool. And it was just a window into the world of gaming, and you were able to see game reviews too. I really love that. You know, you could finally get people's opinions. You know, is this game good? Here's a video of me playing it, and they would just talk about and give you their honest opinion. And then you could decide yourself, you know, watch 3 or 4 of those different people's opinions, see is this game good, and like, oh, this game's awesome, man. I gotta go out and pick it up. It looks like it's fun. I'll play it. And then other times, be like, whoa, man, this game looks like shit. Ooh, God, it's so terrible. You know, it's clunky. The controls look bad. The graphics it crashes. And like, oh, well, thank God for that video review. It saved me from spending money to buy a game, and you could save money on it. It was cool. I also like being able to check out game trailers. I still do to this day. You know, new games come out. My buddy Dean, that has the Vinny Corleone 62 channel, he shares trailers with me all the time, and impression videos and reviews and in-depth looks at new games that are coming out, which I do appreciate that he shares those with me, because, you know, you get to see how a game is coming up in, you know, development. You know, like he sent me a lot of stuff about Dead Island 2 this year in the last couple of weeks. You know, all kinds of cool behind-the-scenes videos and gameplay videos that people had snuck into on YouTube. You know, there were smaller channels that there was that embargo. They were taking channels down, but some of these small channels had really cool, you know, info of them, videos of them playing early builds of the game and what it looked like. And it was cool to get that insider's view. So I've always liked YouTube for that, you know, being able to consume gaming content. And I've enjoyed it over the years, you know, the reviews and stuff, and watching different content creators. Like, I've always liked the AVGN. Now with his channels really, you know, obviously has blown up. Like the Game Chasers I've enjoyed. Metal Jesus Rocks, I've enjoyed his channel. John Hancock. You know, there's a lot of these different channels I've enjoyed watching over the years, and I had watched them when they were really small, and I've seen how they become really large and, you know, massive channels now with thousands and thousands of subscribers. Some have millions of subscribers, and you know, a lot of these guys do put a lot of time and effort into making their videos, and they do make really good stuff and things to watch. So I am subscribed to, I think, about 200 channels now. I was at one time literally subscribed to like 2,000 channels, but I went through a few years ago and purged a bunch of channels that were like not making videos anymore, that have left YouTube. You know, they've been like dead for 3 or 4 years, so there was no point being subscribed because there's no videos coming out. Or sometimes YouTube actually subscribed me to some channels I didn't even know I was subscribed to, and I would see them in my feed, and I'm like, what is this video? I'm not interested in it. And so I got rid of those. Some content creators had changed like what they were doing. Like some went from making videos about video games, and then they kind of just went off into doing other stuff, and so like it no longer interested me, so I just unsubscribed to the channels that I no longer watched. And some of the big ones, you know, your IGNs and things like that, I just didn't really care for their videos, so I just purged through those by just getting rid of subs that I didn't need, and I stayed subscribed to channels I actually enjoyed wanting to watch. Now, of course, I can't watch every person's video. There's just way too many out there, but I try to make an effort each week to watch my friends' videos and check them out whenever I can. And I'm also someone that loves to leave comments for people because I like interacting with people. I don't want to just watch a video and not leave a comment on it, especially if it's somebody that I enjoy watching their content. I like to leave a comment about the video. If it's a pickup video, I like to talk about the stuff they picked up and talk about things that I've picked up. And it's just fun to have discussions with people, so I like doing that. Or if someone has a collection video up, I like to comment on that, and I'll mention a game I see in their collection, or if there's something I miss, like I didn't have in my collection, I saw, oh, this guy's got this game. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I wonder how that is. And I'll ask him, hey, how is that game? Have you played it? What's your thought on it? So I do like leaving comments, and I will leave long, detailed comments on videos as well, as I will comment as I watch the video, and I like doing that. So sometimes you guys might see like long comments from me, but I do love interacting with everybody, so I like leaving comments on videos. It's just a fun thing that I like doing here on YouTube. There are some non-gaming channels that I watch on YouTube. Like there's an Unsolved Mysteries channel that I watch, Hell's Kitchen, and I think Kitchen Nightmares it's called, at Gordon Ramsay. It's cool that there are some other basically some TV shows you can watch for free on YouTube as well. And so I'm subscribed to some of those channels that I like to check out. I'm subscribed to the Seinfeld channel. There's an official one, and they post random Seinfeld clips. And sometimes I'll watch those. I'm on my break at work or something. I'm going to kill 15 minutes while I'm eating, and I'll watch some classic Seinfeld clips. Law and Order. I love the Law and Order show. There's a Law and Order channel here on YouTube as well, and they will post clips from the TV show, and so I'll watch some of those as well. It's cool. And then of course there's all kinds of random silly videos and cat videos and just crazy stuff you can find. There's news and stuff that you can check out. There's just all kinds of videos. There's literally a video out there for everybody, everything you can think of. There's stuff for cars, there's sports stuff out there, celebrity. It's cool. There's all kinds of music videos you can check out, which is neat. You can check out some songs you haven't heard in years. So I do enjoy using YouTube every week. I obviously try to keep it in moderation. You don't want to go crazy and overdo watching YouTube videos. So I haven't ever felt burnt out from it, because I just enjoy watching it as a way to consume content, because I don't have cable. I haven't had cable in years. We only have a few subscription services, but I don't really use them. Mostly my wife and son use the Netflix and Hulu and stuff. I mostly like to watch videos and stuff from YouTube, and I like it because I can watch it from my phone as well. So for me, Nick, I've never been burnt out from consuming content on YouTube, as I like to just keep it as something that is fun. And I do watch YouTube videos every day, so 7 days a week I will. But like I said, I'm not sitting on my phone, though, for, 8 hours consuming YouTube. I do keep it in moderation, because, you have to have a balance in your life. You can't have too much of something, because too much of something can be bad for you and negative. So I like to keep it, that way. But it's fun. I've enjoyed watching YouTube. It's been a fun journey back from the old days. I've seen it change, though, from when it was just the average mill run of the guys and girls here and there, to where you got professional people who do this for a living. So that's going to get me into the second part of this answer for the question, is now in regards to my YouTube channel here, is do I ever feel burnout from creating videos for YouTube? Personally, I don't ever really get burned out from making videos, and I'd say the number one reason why is because I keep this as a hobby channel. I don't do this for a living. I'm not doing this to get famous on YouTube. I know some people want to be the next AVGN guy or PewDiePie or something. These people who have thousands or millions of subscribers. People see that and man, I want to be that. I want to be like that guy. I don't want to create videos like them, and I want to be famous on here on YouTube. And that's never been my goal with YouTube. Like I said, I started with it. It was just got inspiration seeing other people talking about games, and that's why I created my channel, so I could connect with other gamers who share my passion for gaming. This has never been career. I've never wanted to do YouTube as a job. I know there are some people who do YouTube for a living. They quit their full-time regular job and they do YouTube for a job. But for me personally, I could never do that, as it would kill the fun factor for me. It would turn this into a job. I already work a job. It's annoying as it is. Who the hell likes to work? So why would I want to take something that's a fun hobby and turn it into a job? And that's what I see when people, do YouTube as a full-time career. They go all full-blown, buy video cameras, spend thousands of dollars to make videos. And for me, that would kill like the creative mind and mood for me. Like, 'cause I just like to have fun with this and come up with random topics and stuff and film videos. Now, I do try to keep myself on a video schedule. I try to do at least release 2 videos a week. I don't want to do any more than that. But I try to release a video on either a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then every Friday I've been trying to be consistent with my weekly playlist series that I created, which was a video series of me talking about the games that I was playing to encourage other people, because it was one of my biggest goals when I started that like 3 years ago or 4 years ago now was, I wanted to encourage more people to play their video games, because I'd start seeing more and more people talking about buying games, but you didn't really see people actually talking about playing the games. You're buying all these games here, but they are meant to be played and enjoyed. So I started myself saying, hey, I'm buying a lot of games. Like, okay, it's time to start playing this stuff. You're buying it. Let's play it and start enjoying it. And I have been playing a lot more, and I've had a lot of people tell me that they've loved my series, that it's encouraged them to play games, because especially now within the last probably I think the last 30 or so videos in the series or more, I started showing actual gameplay clips of the games, and it was exposing people to games they might not have ever played before. And I've had a lot of people tell me, hey, that's a cool game, thanks to your video, I went out and bought it, and I loved playing it, and I beat it, and that was a great game. And then I also ask people for their recommendations if they watch my video and find out about the games they're playing, as it gives me new games to play and check out that I might have in my collection, or I might want to look into getting. And so I love having those videos, and I love releasing them every Friday. But I have missed a few weeks. Back in 2020, I had a pause for a few months. I wasn't releasing any videos at all. And I have had pauses come up because of issues with life. Sometimes I just have a really busy week with work and stuff going on with family. I just didn't have time to film a YouTube video for my channel, and I'm okay with that. I don't lose any sleep over it. But when you turn this into a career, which some people have done, I would feel like I was under an obligation, to my subscribers to make videos for them. And I would start being stressed out, like, oh God, I got to make a video for Friday, and I'm just not in the mood. But, I got to keep up that ad revenue, because this is how I'm making my living and money. And so, see, that's where it becomes a job. And then you can see how it goes from like a passion that someone has to where it leads to more toward because you want to make money. And then you can tell too in some of the videos I've seen as some bigger channels, which I've had to actually unsubscribe to, just because their content went from, they loved video games, but now you can tell they hate having to make these videos. But because YouTube is their source of income, they have to keep making videos to make money. And, some of these people will have their Patreons and stuff, which I don't have a Patreon. I never would. I would never expect anybody to pay me money for my content. It's not good enough for a Patreon. But even if it was, I just could not myself ask people to support me for making videos. Like, here, give me $5 a month because I make videos for you about video games. I couldn't live with myself and do that. Nope, I couldn't do that. I would not also accept monetary donations from people. I know some people do streaming and people will donate money to them. Again, I could never do that if I streamed. I wouldn't want anybody supporting me. I'm doing this as a fun hobby. This isn't a job. If I wanted another job, I could just go out and get another job. Why would I want to turn YouTube into a job? I already have one of those. I don't need two, So I keep this as just for fun. But I have watched some people, you can tell, like, they just dread having to make a video, or, they're making videos that they don't enjoy making content of. I remember one channel, I can't even think of the dude's name now, but he used to be really focused on, like, old retro games and playing retro stuff and, your NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and he used to do a lot of videos about that. But he himself got tired of it, and he said he wanted to start making more modern videos. And I would read in some of his comments, people were like, hey dude, how come you're not making the retro videos anymore? Like, that's why I subbed to your channel. Like, you know, I've been with your channel for like 8 years, and why are we talking about the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 now? You know, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the old stuff. And he left a comment saying, well, I kind of got tired of retro games and I wanted to change for my channel. But he got a lot of backlash from people because he wasn't making retro content, so he started going back to making retro content. But you could tell in his video, just looking at his facial expression and body language, like that wasn't something he really wanted to do. But he was forced to make those kind of videos because he didn't want to lose his ad revenue, you know. That's where I feel like if you have Patreon supporters and people who support your channel, now you're kind of like a subscription service. You're basically like a Netflix, and you have to create the content that your subscribers want, because if they're not watching, you're not making money. And that can kill your own creativity, because now you can't make the videos you want to, because maybe you're going to make a video about the Xbox One, but that's not as popular as a video about the Nintendo Switch. So you make this video about the Xbox One, and I won't make any money off the video, so now I have to make a video about the Nintendo Switch that I don't want to, but people love that kind of content, so now I'm forced to make a video. And that's why I don't do it for a living, because now it kills your creativity. You know, you basically it's like a job, and now you have to make videos that other people want to watch, and you can't make the ones that you want to watch because maybe people don't want to watch the video that you have an idea for. So now you're making a video that you don't care about, and you can see that in people's faces and how their video is, if they really truly care about something, or if they're just making it because they want to satisfy people that will watch it. I've also had to unsubscribe from channels that people who were just not genuine, you know, just lying and making up stories. I've seen it, a lot of it in like Facebook groups and stuff, you know, just people making just the craziest stories out there for like clout and showing off, you know, making a video about how they go out and they found this video in a pickup video, and, you know, I found this $15,000 game for $1 at this old lady at a yard sale. You know, she had this entire 2,000 games. She was just all for like $5. You know, just seen some just the craziest outlandish lies and stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, this is one of these people who just lies for clout. Yep, unsubscribe there. Sorry, but I'm not watching fake people. So I had to leave some of those kind of channels as well, just from fake people. And I also got away from channels that were like big into the drama and fighting with people and stuff. You know, like, this is supposed to be a fun hobby for me, you know. It's not middle school or high school, so I try to avoid the drama. I'm just here for having fun. And so I've had to leave some of those channels as well, because it just turned into bash videos of this guy, and I don't like this person because he's an idiot, and this lady's stupid, and I don't like those videos. Those, just ignore those and just stay away from the drama. I'd like to just have fun here on YouTube and keep it fun. So that's why I don't turn it into a job, because it just becomes where you have to keep making videos. And then of course YouTube itself keeps changing with their advertisers and stuff, and you have to keep up with like the trends so that you're in the algorithm, so your videos keep showing up. I mean, would I like my videos to get more views? Of course I would, but I'm not losing sleep because I'm not making money off this. You know, once you get that into money, you know, greed starts playing a factor, and it really can mess with your mind. And that's where I would definitely see somebody getting burned out. And I don't blame some people who've had to take breaks from YouTube. You know, they start having mental health issues, and it starts burning themselves out because they're obsessed with having to make money by making videos, but they have to stay in a schedule. You know, it's like, oh, well, something happened to family, and now I'm going to be able to make videos for a month. Well, that's a whole month of not making money. And if I stay off YouTube too long, you know, I might not be up and recommended for YouTube, the algorithm, and now I might really take a hit to my channel, and now they're hitting my money and stuff. So I could see people who could get burned out doing that, because you just keep making the same videos over and over. But personally, I haven't really felt any burnout from creating videos. If I ever get the time where I'm just got too much going on, you know, I just take a nice little break like I've done in the past, and I just don't release videos. I'll make a community post, let people know like, hey, you know, there's going to be no video this week because something's going on. But I never feel like I have to make videos. You know, I could get rid of this channel anytime and would be completely fine with it. You know, I've made over 600 videos since I've been on YouTube, and I've enjoyed making every single one of those videos. I love interacting with you guys, and I created my channel for fun. I've also never been one that's been into the bragging. You know, I don't go out and say like, oh, I have this collection, so I'm better than you. No, just because I have a bunch of video games doesn't make me better than anybody else. Just because you have a bunch of video games doesn't make you better than anybody else. You know, at the end of the day, your collection It should be about having fun, and that's what it is for me. Never been about showing off or doing anything like that. You know, it's just always been about sharing my passion with others who share my passion, because I have a huge passion for video games. I love playing with them. I love talking about them. You know, it's great to talk with someone who has a passion about the same game as you do. Like, I could talk to my buddy Dean about Mad Max that we both played on Xbox One. He also played it on the PS4. And, you know, you could talk about, like, yeah, did you get to this part in the game? How did you like this in the story? You know, that was awesome. You know, I love talking about games with people. You know, it's just fun to discuss these old games and new games that you're playing and get recommendations and stuff. So for me, YouTube has always been a fun hobby, and I have not actually felt burnout from watching videos or making content for YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed the video, Nick. I hope this answers your question. If you guys do have any other questions you guys would like to ask me, or topics you would like for discussion, feel free to leave that as a comment, and I will be glad to answer those questions and film other topic videos. You know, I love filming them, love interacting with you guys. You guys are awesome. I want to appreciate the support you guys have shown my channel over the years. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and Sleepy will see you next time.